Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for tuning into my YouTube channel. This is Nikhil Parekh. In this video, I shall be giving you a recitation of my poem that is with title Miraculously Uniting Crimson Blood. This poem of mine has been published in my book that is with title Love vs. Terrorism Volume 1. Therefore, without wasting a further instant, ardently wanted to commence upon with the recitation of my poem Miraculously Uniting Crimson Blood. As invincible as the peaks of unfathomable Everest, as invincible as the peaks of unfathomable Everest, which were the very first to salute royally omnipotent sunshine. Which were the very first to salute royally omnipotent sunshine in the center of undying sky, as fierily dynamic as the orange ball of sun, which transcended and won over the most inconspicuous of misery on this planet with its unflinching light, as compassionately amiable as every draught of whispering wind, which gave reprieve to every beleaguered traveler around from the myriad harshness of existence, as mellifluously tingling as the fresh water for a stream, unhindered and uninhibited by every sordidly plagued discrepancy of the distrustfully robotic world, as resplendently pristine as the bountiful rainbow in azure space, which inevitably evoked everyone to stroke the paintbrush of sensitivity on the inexhaustible pathways of life, as unsurpassable as the victoriously tangy oceans, which affably fathered and mothered life of every conceivable kind on this planet in gigantic recesses of poignantly frothy water, as sensuously enthralling as every blade of grass, sprouting from mundane soil, tickling the most monstrously hideous of devil into a reverie of tantalizing newness, as unbridled as the immaculate pearl hidden deep within the oyster, dazzling every frigid ounce of despair with optimistic white, even as blackness tried all the more to wretchedly confiscate all light, as unabashedly charismatic as the first cries of a newborn child, which magnetize people of all caste, creed, sizes, and shapes into a close huddle to witness the most blessed creation of the Almighty Lord. To witness the most blessed creation of the Almighty Lord, as ecstatically fresh as thunder showers of rain charging from the sky, which bubbled into a newfound effervescent energy of togetherness after blending with each ingredient of voluptuous soil, as eternally rapturous as the unparalleled voice of the nightingale, which united every single heart in vicinity with the interminable tenacity to symbiotically survive in its voice, as untiringly positive as the nascent rays of dawn, which engulfed every bit of the universe with a profoundly robust energy to live once again after the gallows of haplessly jinxed death, as gregariously redolent as the scent of the scarlet rose, which mollified every speck of traumatized apprehension around with the embrace of everlasting fantasy, as fearless as maverick streaks, as fearless as maverick streaks of silver lightning in magical sky, which quelled every orphan ingredient of nervous energy in the atmosphere, with the rustically naked valor to enlighten and survive, as perseveringly timeless as freshly plowed fields of Mother Nature, which earnestly spawned into fruits of eternal creation till beyond veritable time, in the face of beauty and apocalyptic devil alike, as magical as Mother Earth's copious magnetic energy, which inseparably drew which inseparably drew one and all on the trajectory of the fathomless planet into a womb of unassailably divine warmth, as harmoniously fructifying as golden nectar, as golden nectar, which wondrously mended even the most devastatingly estranged of hearts, with the unlimited sweetness of the Lord's omnipresent creation, with the unlimited sweetness of the Lord's omnipresent creation, as inscrutably alluring as an infinite different pathways on earth, which led you to an infinite different destinations of charmed adventure, with all eventually uniting into a singleton mass of life's undefeated truth, with all eventually uniting into a singleton mass of life's undefeated truth, undefeated truth, undefeated truth, was the miraculously life-yielding crimson blood, was the miraculously life-yielding crimson blood in every living vein, forever and ever, uniting every caste, creed, religion, color, shape, and tribe on God's blessed planet into the one and only religion of humanity, was the miraculously life-yielding crimson blood in every living vein, forever and ever, uniting every caste, creed, religion, color, shape, and tribe on God's blessed planet. On God's blessed planet, God's blessed planet, God's blessed planet into the one and only religion of humanity. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for hearing me. From the innermost layer of the heart, wanted to thank you for the victoriously brilliant patronization to the poetry.